Alright, hello, welcome to Gabie's Knit Goodies. I am Gabie and I will be talking about all of my knitting today. I've made a good amount of progress on all three of the sweaters I am currently working, and I have a sock that's almost done as well that I don't think I've shown you guys yet. So, what I am wearing is always a good place to start after where you can find me. I hand dye yarn because I love knitting so much, and I loved hand dyed yarn. I decided to do it myself, and this funds my love of knitting and all of the sweaters, primarily sweaters, that I make. So yeah, and I've actually, upon request, dyed my Starry Night colorway on DK weight. I have 5 of those in the shop right now. If they're well received, I'll definitely dye more. I know I've had some requests because I have the Starry Night on fingering weight, and you guys like that one a lot. So yeah. Anyways, maybe I'll talk a little bit more about my yarn at the end, but primarily this podcast is for knitting. I do post some on Instagram at Gabie's Knit Goodies, and I post yarn pictures at GKG Yarn, and then my Etsy shop's Gabie Knit Goodies, Gabie's Knit Goodies. Yeah, I think that's all. I am on Ravelry, but slow to update my projects on there. I will start with my daughter's cardigan. Oh, what I'm wearing. I don't have a lot of time today because my kids are gone right now, but for a very short amount of time, and I thought it'd be the perfect time to have the house quiet and talk to you guys. But I think it's made my brain a little rushed, so a little frazzled. Anyways, hopefully I won't ramble too much and not get to all of my knitting. This is the Easy V sweater by Caitlin Hunter, Boyland Knitworks, and I knit it out of my own hand-dyed yarn in a worsted weight non-superwash merino. I don't currently have that base in the shop. Let me know if you are interested. I primarily just do the superwash sock yarn, like fingering weight, as well as DK weights right now. Yeah. So anyways, I only modified it because I just used 2 different contrast colors as opposed to, I think, the 4 that were in the pattern. And it is a big V-neck that's in the front and the back, so it makes it so you can kind of wear it a few different ways, and you don't have a lot of warmth up by your neck, which I find it makes it for a great just a great piece to wear all around, because I don't get hot inside and I can wear it when the weather's not like super cold outside. Yeah, because just the open neck helps with that. So, on to my work in progress. This is the Viveca cardigan. Viveca. I will try to put all the links down below and the names on the screen. And it is by the West Strand Sisters, and it is a cardigan that has some fairly simple cables on it. Has 2 on each side, and it is a V-neck cardigan. And then it has a kind of a cool little pattern in the back where those 2 cables widen towards the shoulders, and I think it looks really cute. It is a bottom-up construction. You knit it in one piece back and forth, and then you split for your sleeves, and you knit each front section and each back, and then the back section, and then you join at the shoulders. So I did do a slight modification. I started, and I can't remember if last time here I had some of the sleeve done or not, but I did probably about half of the sleeve as the pattern instructs, with like a 1x1 ribbing. Sorry, just making sure my camera's working properly. It was like a 1x1 ribbing with this same stitch count that this current sleeve is. But it kind of cinches in, and my daughter tried it on and didn't really like, I guess, I don't know if it was the feel, because it wasn't tight, but it was like, because 1x1 rib, you know, cinches in, it was kind of snug on the arm, and I don't think she loved the look of that. So I decided to do reverse stockinette stitch for the arm. I kept the same stitch count, and I was a little worried that it would balloon out too much, but it actually looks really cute. It does have a little bit of volume to the sleeve, but it looks really cute. And then I kept the same decreases. Yeah, I might have added one more round of decreases towards here. I can't remember. And then I did kind of a rapid decrease and then did a cuff. So by rapid decrease, what I did was I did like a knit 1, purl 2 together, knit 1, purl 2 together. So I decreased by like 2/3 to make a little cuff. And I made somewhat of a long cuff here. I figured she can fold it, and then if her arms get a little long, she can unfold it and it still won't be too it'll last her longer. Yeah, I love it. She loves it. This is in the DK Weight Caramel Macchiato, which I did just restock in the shop. And I have to wind another ball of yarn for the second sleeve. So I'm not sure that I have the same dye lot, which if you're going to knit a sweater out of hand-dyed yarn, generally you want to buy it all at the same time, so that, you know, it's all the same dye lot. No two skeins are going to be alike, of course, when you get something that's hand done, but they will be more similar if you get it all from the same time as opposed to, you know, one from one dye lot and one from one 2 months later. But I don't think I kept another skein of this dye lot back. So just going to cross my fingers that my most recent dyeing of this is, you know, really blends in and doesn't show too much difference. I think it'll be fine. She'll like it no matter what, and it'll be similar. It just might, you know, be a little heavier in the speckles or a little lighter in the speckles or something. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's the Viveca. This is the size 1, I think. The first size in the pattern. I feel like this is not showing, like, having a hard time showing it on camera. There, I think that looks good. You can kind of see it all. And I like how the sleeve turned out, even though I had to rip out half a sleeve of 1x1 rib. I think it was worth it. I think she'll like it better. She says she wants some wooden buttons, so I gotta find some nice wooden buttons for her. Yay. Next, let's see, I'll do my other daughters, and then I'll do the Rota, which is for me. So the other one I am doing, I have definitely knit more on compared to last time. I think it's starting to take shape now. You can kind of tell it's becoming a sweater. There we go. This is the Traveler. It is Andrea Mowry's Hoodie pattern, and it is being knit out of Bees Blue Boucle, which is a loopy merino, 100% merino yarn in a blue with little bits of pink, purpley pink, and little specks of brown. It is a thicker weight than the sport weight that Andrea Mowry calls for in the pattern, so I have modified my stitch counts to accommodate for that, and I am primarily using measurement as opposed to like rows for my length. Yeah, it is a very simple pattern in terms of the what do you call this, texture work. It looks like garter, but I call it kind of an exaggerated garter, because you have a couple rows of stockinette stitch and a couple rows of like purl stitch, so it makes a more exaggerated knit and purl texture, like a more exaggerated garter. One thing that was new in terms of construction that I hadn't done before, I think it's like a drop shoulder, but you knit the body, and it's supposed to be cropped, and then when you split for your sleeves, you actually add stitches. So underneath this will be like seamed up, which is kind of interesting. So I've done the front part, and then I've been knitting up the back, and I'm not quite done with the back yet, but I'm close. I only have a little bit left, and then it'll be sleeves. So I think this yarn in this pattern actually works quite well. I mean, in terms of like the stitch pattern, texture pattern, because anything too intricate you wouldn't see in this loopy yarn. But it's so squishy, she's gonna love it. So, the Traveler hoodie. I think the hood will be the most unique part of that one. I've never really knit a hood. I've knit a little like bonnet type thing, so I guess that's probably similar, maybe. Now, the one that is super fun for me is the Rota Jumper by Irene Lin, and I am so close. So it's quite cropped right now, and I did follow the cropped pattern. And I think it might work. Of course, it's not blocked yet either. It will grow some with blocking. Yeah. I'm going to be very gentle in the blocking, because I want it cropped, so I don't want to stretch it out too much. So I think I might like very lightly block it, and then try to wear it, and then see if it needs any lengthening. Because if I lengthen it too much, then it'll kind of change the look of the crop. And I'm very short-waisted, so. I made the shorter sleeves, so they're like, it's like drop shoulder, and then kind of 3/4 sleeves. And that's what her sample is like. She has an option for long sleeves. I still have to finish the second sleeve, but I don't have that much to go. And then I have to pick up and do the neckline. And then I'm done. How cool is that? This is, I used DK weight merino nylon in olive green. I have some here. I haven't wound these up, but in olive green, which is tonal olive green color. Pattern calls for a cotton, Aran weight cotton. I like the stretchiness of wool, And with all of these holes in this pattern, I think it works. But I'll wear it here in the spring, and I think it'll be perfect for the spring and the fall, early fall. And I'll have to let you know how it goes in the summer. I think it might work well in the summer to like throw it on like when you go inside, because it's always cold inside, but it's not, you know, it's not going to be super hot because it's so holey. I mean, yeah. So I think it might get lots of wear. And if I keep it nice and cropped, it would look really cute over dresses. Yeah. So, this is the one I'm so excited about. I'm excited about the girls. I like the color, I like the yarns, and I like the patterns that I'm doing for the girls. However, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just selfish, but I really enjoy knitting things that I can then wear. It's terrible, isn't it? All right. I don't have my sock in here, so I just need to get that, and I will show you my sock project. Here's my sock. I had leftover Flowers and Dirt yarn from my half and half triangles wrap that I did a while ago. I still haven't done like a finished object video on that one, so I need to do that. And I also need to block it. I've worn it and used it, I just haven't blocked it, which I would like it to be a little bit bigger, so I think blocking would be a good idea. Okay, this is the sock, and I had about 50 grams left, and so I didn't want to make this too long, and I think I have plenty left for a second sock. So I just did a 2x2 rib. I cast on 60 stitches on size 2 Chalgu 9-inch circulars. I like those for like, especially just for simple vanilla socks, because it just, I don't know, it's easy. And then, even though maybe it's not the easiest, I like to do a heel flap and gusset because it just fits best for my foot. I find that like the German short row heel, I guess that's the only one I've really done. I've never done afterthought heel, but I think that one's basically the same thing, just put in later. It doesn't stay on my heel as well as the heel flap and gusset. So, heel flap and gusset, and then just did the decreases for the toe, and I have 10 stitches on each side, and I am going to Kitchener my toe together. And this is the point where I generally leave it to sit for a while, because for some reason getting around to Kitchenering the heel is difficult for me. But I want to do that because this is the project I leave in my car and then like throw in my purse or something to have as just like, there's no deadline, it's tiny, so I can bring it with me anywhere. Yeah. So I transferred from my 9-inch circular to high sharp long corded needles, so that for this small part of the toe here, I could just magic loop it. So I'm very excited about these because I love this colorway, and I think that I really want to do this and like use all of the stuff I currently have dyed up and make a fingering weight sweater, like just a simple fingering weight sweater that where my sleeves, like I can just imagine this as like a sleeve cuff. I don't know, just the colorway seems beautiful. However, that would take a while to get fingering weight, and I did dye it up on DK, and so I could do a sweater out of DK. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe eventually. I have 4 sweaters on my needle. I have another one I haven't shown you guys in a while because I haven't worked on it. So maybe I should work on those first before casting on a new one. What do you think? I will try to do that. Alright, if you want to stay and hear a little bit more about my yarn, I'll show off a little bit of my yarn. Other than that, I hope you guys are enjoying your spring so far. We have things blooming, and I can't believe spring is like coming so soon. I don't think it's technically spring yet, but it's starting to feel like it some days, and things are blooming. We have crocuses blooming, and then we have daffodils blooming, so very fun. This is a colorway I developed last spring because of the daffodils. So this is just reminds me of my daffodils outside. And I have dahlias, which is a dusty pink with specks of purple and hot pink. I have that on DK weight. Let's see. I'm a Hokie. These are my college colors, really. If you are a Hokie, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. What else do I have? I have a rosé sock set. I like the combination of the dusty pink with the brown. I have lots of dark and stormy, which I have my Tecumseh. This was like the base color of my Tecumseh sweater. Let's see, what else do I have? Ooh, if you're looking for fun, I have my casing colorway, which it is inspired by my daughter. She's a very fun, vibrant girl. I have Monet Water Lilies, which is a extreme tonal blue, and then it purples and greens in it. And then I have minis that are, oh dear. Let's see if I can get one of these. Maybe not. There we go. I have minis that are a nice deep purple, like this plum color. This is a 100 grams, which I also have, but I have minis that come with the Monet Water Lilies, and so they go well together. What else do I have? Another happy one is Strawberry Lemonade sock set. And I have Summer Vibes, which is just fun. And one of my most recent new colorways is this 80s neon. So I was born in the 80s, so really in terms of memory, I'm probably more 90s girl. But the 80s, it's just fun. Anyways, I have other stuff, but that's probably all for now. Oh, Sky Before the Rain, for thinking springtime. We get lots of rain in the springtime. April showers bring May flowers, that's the saying. So I have a sock set, Sky Before the Rain, which is blues and grays and whites with like a charcoal mini. Yeah. Anyways, another one I want to make a whole sweater out of, and I want to make the Traveler hoodie for myself out of this. I think because her sample is made out of like this kind of deep reddish brown color, and it made me think of this colorway, which is Mexican Hot Chocolate, So it's like brown and red and like it's like variegated, but it would kind of give that whole vibe of deep brownish red color, which I think would be really nice. Yeah. So if I make the Traveler hoodie, I will probably make it out of this. Now this is DK weight, so I might go this route. So I'm gonna keep testing out my daughter's. I've made hers in the smallest size and then modified the pattern by doing less stitches due to the fact that this is more of a DK weight yarn. So if that works out, I would use the same concept and do one in this. Because it would just go by so much faster if I did DK weight than sport weight. For a hoodie that's supposed to be kind of wide. Yeah. I'm finding I have less patience now than I used to. I don't know why. Anyways, that is all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed my knitting and my yarn, and I will see you soon. Bye.